Hello, IB History Scholars. This is Mr. Newcomb. We're coming to the conclusion of week 5 of distant learning. To start off, I want to give everyone a history high five. You worked extremely hard over the past few weeks, and so well-deserved history high five. Remember the assignment Youth Culture and Protest, that's due today, Thursday, April 30th, so let's get that in. Over the next few days, I'm going to be updating the grades, so if you're missing any assignments, let's be sure to turn those assignments in. To recap here, Youth Culture and Protest Movement. It was a placard activity and it highlighted a variety of issues. You had the free speech movement that occurred out there in California on Berkeley. Political action was becoming big in the 1960s. We sometimes call it the New Left being formed here. Students for a Democratic Society here comes out with the Port Huron Statement. Civil rights movement and splinter groups are still attracting the youth to get involved. The environmental movement is picking up, focusing on things like air, water, and nuclear weaponry, as well as energy. The anti-war movement is dominating the protest movement of the 1960s. The youth were taking on looking at the nature of the war, of course, the economic costs and how it might be hurting some domestic programs here in the United States, and then the very unpopular draft. The idea that it was a rich man's war, poor man's fight, echoed in the 1960s here in the protest movement regarding to the war. And of course, the counterculture here, music was changing and becoming very representative of this new style of culture as well as lifestyle. So one could say the 1960s were reflective of Bob Dylan's song, "The Times They Are A-Changing." So with that, we'll be moving on to our next case study, which will focus on African Americans and the civil rights. We will take a look at the origins, the tactics, the participants, the key events, role of government, whether it's local, state, and federal, splintering of the movement, and outcomes. So the first activity is origin, tactics, and organizations. And this activity can be found in the Unit 8 Civil Rights folder. Detailed assignment expectations are posted, so be sure you take a look at that. Resources are attached to the assignment, and this finished product will be Google Slides. With this activity, you can either do the solo or with a historical buddy. And again, you have that opportunity where you can work with someone in Miss Eidengill's class. This will be due Thursday, May 7th. As always, if you have any questions or concerns, please let me know. Send me a little email or a post. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. In the meantime, be safe and take care.